I'm Hale here with Justin Phillips, and we're going to continue the 8 brocades. What do we have next?
Hey guys, so we're picking up from where we left off with our last Connecting Heaven and Earth, and now what we're going to do is we're going to draw the bow to shoot the eagle. Don't actually draw a bow to shoot the eagles, they're endangered. But for our Qigong movement, we're going to work a lot with the chest. This is a good exercise for the lungs and the heart. So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to start in a horse stance, okay? So we're going to have our feet about 2 shoulder widths apart. Still, ideally, you want to keep your feet parallel. Now remember, still good Qigong posture. Watch our 3 regulations video, bubbling well, head erect, shoulders still soft. I'm going to show you 2 variations of this exercise. One's more simple, one more complex. What we're going to do to start is we're going to bring the arms into the middle of the chest. Okay? Then we're going to extend outward. I'm going to look out past my straight arm. Now what I want is I want my elbow parallel with my shoulder, my fist right in front of my collarbone. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. Right here, this arm nice and parallel. Now I'm not shrugging my shoulders, but I do want to really kind of push out from the fist and the elbow and open my chest, because it's all about the lung. From here I'm going to come back into the middle. I'm going to give a little bit of pressure between the forearms. I'm going to squeeze and kind of collapse my chest in and extend out the other direction. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to exhale, collapse the chest, really kind of put some pressure into the chest. I'm using this almost like a bellows pump. Okay? So I'm squeezing out the chest. And then I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to expand and open up that chest, focusing the energy out. You can work on the Rin 17 middle dantian point and extend energy out through the shoulders, out through the arms to really open up the chest. As I'm inhaling and exhale. Squeezing in and inhale. Using that inhale to really drive energy and chi out through the arms. So we're really wringing out and opening the chest. This is good for the heart, moves energy out of the heart, good for the chest. Okay? So that's the basic. I'm going to show you one variation of that. It's a little more complicated, but you can try to keep up if you want. So with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start with my feet together, and this is going to be a moving practice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in a position. If you've done Tai Chi, you're familiar with this. Watch our Tai Chi videos if you haven't. A position called hold the ball, where I'm going to have one hand on top, one hand on bottom. You'll notice my elbows still relaxed, my shoulders drop. Doesn't matter which hand you start with. And what I'm going to do is my bottom hand, I'm going to step out with that leg into that horse stance. And what I'm going to do is this top hand is going to draw back as if I'm drawing the bow, and my bottom hand is going to push out.
Notice the hand is open.
The hand here is open. Okay, so this is a subtle area. So we've got an open hand here. And what I'm doing is I'm actually sighting across my index and middle finger. Lung channel comes to the thumb. And large intestine paired with the lung channel comes to this finger. So I'm opening up that metal element. And even over here on the close hand, I can bring those fingers together to really activate that channel. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back in. My hand that's extended is going to come back in and go to the top. Easy way to remember which hand goes up and which hand goes down. Fist is like a rock. Rocks are heavy. Open hand is like a leaf. Leaf are light. Okay? So the heavy hand is going to sink down. Light hand's going to float to the top. I'm going to step back together, hold the ball. Now I'm just going to go out the other direction. And again, I'm just doing basically the same thing as I did in the last exercise. Okay? Now I'm in my horse stance, I'm not turned, I'm not wobbly, I'm boom, very centered, very grounded because I want to stay right in the middle. Heavy hand goes down, light hand goes up, step in, and I'm going to, with this one, I'm going to inhale, gather energy into the chest with my inhale, and I'm going to exhale as I push out, and extend energy outward, opening the chest. So basically the same function, just a slight variation. The goal here is still to open and move the lungs, okay? Now, the last thing that I do want to comment before we finish, just to wrap it up, is when I do this, I want to have what they call the 1,000-mile gaze. I want to look out whether I'm doing the fist or the open hand. I want to look very distant because this is an opening exercise. So I don't want to stay close. I don't want to stay tight in. I don't want to stay here with the body. I want to really let that energy expand. I'm going to let my gaze lead that energy outward, okay? Catch us next time. We're going to make sure you like us, make sure you subscribe to us. We'll see you next time.